Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and again I want to apologize to you for the improved audio. Many of you depend on my terrible audio out there, and for that I am sorry. Today the audio might be a little improved because I'm broadcasting from a different room, and so it's not going to sound like I'm in a tin can. I know you've grown to love that, but today I'm not in a tin can. In the last video that I did, I had told you that this guy, and now I can give you his name, Brady Nields, he's wanting to create the greatest XRP meetup in the history of the greatest digital asset ever created, XRP. And he wants to do his meetup in New York City. And so, if you want to be a part of that, in the last video I showed where it's going to be and the time and the date. And so if you want to be a part of that, contact Brady Nields. He's at Audit Me Please. And I had accidentally dropped his name down in that last video. Okay, next from Awake at Mr. Level Up. I love these little crypto history things because I like a lot of new people are in this market, and there's a lot of people who have been through the brutal bear market with myself and a lot of people listening to this. And so it's great when we can show you the perspective on this market. So Awake, Mr. Level Up says July 26, 2018 was the last time we saw a $300 billion market cap. That was 11 months ago. Today, we have crossed 300 billion, folks. Huge congrats to those with great patience, belief that stuck around. Shows that you have a strong mind. Much respect. Let's keep climbing. And he's showing you about that market cap in a little graphic here. But it's important to recognize these milestones because that bear market worked on a lot of people mentally, and it was very tough. And so, but sometimes you just have to, as I said many times during the bear market, sometimes you just got to put on your big boy pants and understand what you're a part of. And I think there's many people listening to my voice who now understand what they're a part of. Okay, next from XRP Big Time, at X Big Time. He makes a very good point here. Remember what Napster did to the music industry. Digital assets will do the same to the financial industry. Facebook's Libra coin is already causing commotion, same as digital music did. And you can go, for those of you that weren't around, I think many of you young people may not have been around, but when I was a kid, when you bought music, you went and bought, when I was a really small kid, my mother would drive around and she had what was called an 8-track. And they were these big cassettes that you would listen to music. So you would buy an 8-track, which represented the music from a popular musician. I remember when I was a kid, I would have to listen to, she would be playing either the Eagles or I also remember Ronnie Millsap. And I remember, what's the country singer with the long hair, Crystal Gale. I remember being forced to listen to some of that stuff in my mom's station wagon. We had one of those wood paneled station wagons back in the day, the Oldsmobile, as I recall. But then after the 8-track, we had the tape. When I was younger, we had when I was maybe middle school, high school, they came out with tapes, and they were smaller tapes. And then we went to the CD. And then Napster at some point came along and created this file sharing music website where people could upload their music and it could be shared without anybody having to buy music. And it changed everything in the music world. Now Napster eventually was shut down or whatever, as I recall. But then all of the things you have today sprung out of that, like iTunes, where you can buy songs individually. Used to, we had to buy the whole album. That was the way it worked. Okay, but he makes a very good point here. This is exactly how digital assets are about to change everything. Okay, Next, from XRP Daddy. Another reason to have a ledger Nano S. Only way to keep your assets truly safe. And I just wanted to read this little part to you. Coinbase detected and blocked attempted attack on user funds. The block. Coinbase was among several crypto companies able to detect and block an attempted hack on Monday, according to reports. Folks, as this market grows and these prices get higher and higher, the hackers are going to get more and more aggressive because they stand to make more and more money. Take all of your digital assets, get them off the exchanges, put them on a Ledger Nano S or a hard wallet like that, which is what I recommend. And if you want a Ledger Nano S, it's in the description of every video I do. You can go and get one. Okay, next, from BondCrypt XRP, Mr. Carney. This is Mark Carney from the Bank of England. Mr. Carney, the governor of the Bank of England, gives Facebook currency Libra cautious welcome. He is promising to make sure regulation to protect against risks, including data privacy and money laundering, is ready in advance. So, cautious approach. Let's see here. And then AdX Lighting the Way sent me this. And this is he says this has XRP written all over. Okay, now this is an article that AdX Lighting the Way sent me, and this is it's a CoinDesk article. All right, and this is I just wanted to read you this quote. This is Mark Carney from Bank of England. He's speaking June 20th during an appearance at the Lord Mayor's Banquet of Bankers and Merchants in London. I just wanted to read you this quote and tell me, and just think to yourself, wow, that sounds like Ripple and XRP involved in what he's talking about. In wholesale markets, consortia of broker-dealers are working to develop settlement systems using distributed ledger technology that could overhaul how markets operate. These consortia, such as Utility Settlement Coin, propose to issue digital tokens that are fully backed by central bank money, allowing instant settlement. This could also plug into tokenized assets, conventional securities also represented on a blockchain, and smart contracts. This can drive efficiency and resilience in operational processes and reduce counterparty risks in the system. And then I wanted to show you, I think that kind of speaks for itself. And next I wanted to show you this. This came to me from crypto.yttik, at crypto.yttik. And she sent me this. And what we're looking at here, now, yesterday I was talking to you about how funny it was that the guy that created, the guy that was the CEO of Blockbuster, when he was confronted with Netflix, initially had blown it off. And what's funny is that now what she just sent me is from PMI Dallas chapter. And what she sent was, this same guy that used to be the CEO of Blockbuster and did not take Netflix seriously, the same guy is doing a presentation. It says, in keeping with the theme, he presented the 7 keys of leading the innovation process: change, confidence, complexity, culture and creativity, collaboration, community. And so it's ironic that the same guy who's out of a job at what used to be Blockbuster is now the guy who's giving a speech on innovation. So that's pretty funny. And then next, let's see here. This is from Mike Honcho, at Mike Honcho _11. And what he sent to me is this from XRP Researcher. Backed Pay is in the works. Backed is creating a mobile wallet to help you spend your digital assets. That is big news. Now, we knew that they were going to create some type of thing like this because they're working with Starbucks and Microsoft, and so yeah, there will be a payment app of some sort. When this happens in conjunction with that exchange coming out, it's going to be very monstrous, no question about it. Next, this is from XRX Big Time. Now, I'm not going to go into the article, but I wanted to just read what this says. Goldman Sachs executive says legacy retail banks are screwed. Digital challenges are coming. That pretty much speaks for itself. But it's good. I've been telling you that the legacy banks are screwed for a while now, but it's good to hear it from someone from Goldman Sachs. You can take that a little more seriously if you want to. XRP Daddy, at XRP _Daddy sent me this. Now this is interesting because you're about to, as this goes into places like this, you're going to see this really take off. This is Circle K. They're about to add, their Bitcoin ATMs are about to go live at 20 Circle K convenience stores. Now, this is funny to me because just the other day, I was talking to my 6-year-old, and I was there was a Circle K that was about to be open, and my 6-year-old loves to go get candy at a convenience store, and I was showing him Circle K, and I was telling him what a great convenience store those were and how they had slushies and all of that, and he is all excited about this Circle K being built. And so now I'm going to tell him that while he's in there getting candy, he can also buy some Bitcoin if he wants to, and he will not care about that at all, I can promise you. And next, from XRP Yoda, at XRP Yoda sent me this. This is this is about as random gets, but I had to show you. It is so strange and odd. Colombian government just recognized Dr. Craig Wright as Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin. I'm not going into this any more than this, but it's just bizarre, and I had to show you. Okay. Next, this is from Skylar McCrary, at Skylar McCrary, and it's an announcement from Bitrue that everybody should check out. Announcement XRP community: starting from today, XRP withdrawal fee will be fully removed on transactions over $100. That's big. Bitrue has been really good to the community, so you should go, and if you haven't already, it's a good site to have an account on. And finally, I wanted to show you this. Well, actually, I got a couple of more things. This is from the Billionaire Mindset, which is their Twitter feed I like. A goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot. And I think that's the way a lot of us feel in this whole thing. So I thought that was worthy of showing you. I meant to put that towards the end. Now, this was sent to me from AdX Lighting the Way, but the original tweet is from this guy, and it was tweeted by XRP Darren. And this guy's a definite follow in the XRP community, at Fame21More, but he was tweeting this out. It's from a guy that says, it's a billboard the guy took a picture of: buy a home with no down payment. And that should give you bad flashbacks to the financial crisis, but it illustrates a point that nothing was ever fixed from the financial crisis, and they're just going to repeat all of the stupid mistakes that were made that created the thing in the first place. Well, X Lighting the Way had replied to this. He says, second time is coming. Sell now if you can, and buy back in 3 to 4 years. Rent till then. Since your mortgage interest is no longer a tax deduction for most middle America due to the 2-time increase in standard deductions under current tax law. Exactly, folks. I made a point not too long ago that I believe the dirty little secret is that owning a house and having a mortgage is not a good thing. Now, that's different from owning real estate that you are being paid to own. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family. Don't buy a house, rent. Thank you for listening.